Welcome back to another session of Python. We were discussing about welcome back, Gautami. I'm taking time to upload all the videos. Hopefully, it will be available for you. Yeah. In Pandas, because Gautami has joined, little bit we will recap the topic. Pandas is like NumPy, it's a library. We can install in navigator window, and using import Pandas we can import the package, and it is having lot of sub packages. When we talk about the data structures supported by the Pandas, there are three important data structures. That two we are going to deal in detail. One is called as series, another one is called as data frame, third one is called as panel. These three are nothing but using the data structures is the purpose is to deal with data, various manipulations. If you ask the question, why do we need a Pandas when we are having one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array? The answer is Pandas series and data frame is more than one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array, depending on given the functionality. And as well as if you talk about series, the important difference between array, it is not a absolute array because it is containing two arrays. For us, it is a one-dimensional array like structure. Data might be only one-dimensional, but the index itself is a mutable one. Usually, that is not happening with us with the arrays. And we have seen so far what are the different functionalities provided by series object and data frame object. The difference between series and data frame is series is to store a sequence. When it comes to data in a tabular form, we are going for data frame. And so far we have seen data frame and all. Now further we are continuing with the same topic of data frame. Concat means combination, combining. That is the functionality that is provided by concatenation operator that we have already seen. We have seen that concatenation operator in a string we have seen, combining to list we have seen. So all of the operations are concatenation operation. If two structures are combined, we say it is a concat operation. Pandas provides various facilities for easily combining together series and data frame. Now, PD concat. Please note, concat function is not part of series object nor the data frame object. It is directly available as a function part of Pandas. If we say pd.concat, PD refers to Pandas. Import Pandas as PD. So what is the meaning of pd.concat? Concat is a function which is directly part of the package. It is not part of the series object or the data frame object that we are talking about. If it is the case, most of the time we will call it as methods. If it is a member of the operation is member of an object, we call it as method. If the function is not a part of the object, we say it is a function. Here, why do we use pd.concat? PD refers to package. It is not referring to an object. Okay, yeah. Now, how do we concat? If you see, the bigger number of parameters that you have to supply has been given concat. One is objects, objs, comma axis 0. It means that axis, by default it is axis 0. You can make it as axis 1 also. Join equal to outer. So joining is one parameter that we are supplying. We have to understand what is that join of outer, inner, what is that meaning. Join axis none. Which axis you are going to join? By default it is none. Ignore index false. By default these are all the values of concat function. In case if you forget the concat function, it's not a difficult thing, because wherever we are working we are online. Immediately we can refer the Pandas manual to find out what are the actual parameters, what are the default value. Immediately we can investigate. If we are frequently using, over time we will be remembering all the parameters. Now OBJ, this is a sequence or mapping of series, data frame or panel objects. OBJ in this concat function refers to any one object, series object, data frame object or panel object. Axis, because it can be multidimensional, any number of dimension is possible with data frame. Only we are more focused about 2 dimensions. 3, 4, 5 is also possible. Just it is more axis is there. Axis 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Axis is increasing. 3 dimension I explained you how it will be. If it is 4 dimension, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this it will be. Different axis will be there. You have to understand the complicated data structure. Data frame is very powerful because axis is not limited. This is the axis to concatenate along. When you are specifying concatenation, you have to specify 0 or 1. Which axis you are specifying? If it is put at 3 dimensional, you have to specify 2. Axis equal to 2. Now join is either the value can be inner or outer. Default value is outer join. It means that axis join axis, ignore index, all the values you can ignore. You can take it the default value. Simply if you supply objects to concat, it will combine based on the default values. If you want to tweak that one, modify that one depending on your requirement, that time you will supply different values to different arguments. How to handle indexes and other axes, outer for union and inner for intersection. Outer refers to union. Union means combining. Labor union means what? All the people are united. Just if you want to unite, outer join. You want intersection. What is common thing? Between 2 objects? That one only you want to combine. The joining method will be what? Inner. Intersection means it should be a common point. There should be a common element. We will see by means of example. Ignore index, boolean, default is false, or it can be true value, either false or true. There is no third possibility. If true, do not use the index values on the concatenation axis. The resulting axis will be labeled 0 to n-1. False means it will take the index values. Ignore index means false means ignore index means index should be available. Ignore index equal to false means what is the meaning? Ignore the index false means ignore index false means what is the meaning? Index should be intact. If you say ignore index true means I don't need index. Ignore the index. Ignore index equal to true means ignore the index. Ignore index equal to false means index should be intact. If you say index equal to false, the resulting axis will be labeled at how? 0 into minus 1. Join axis, this is the list of index objects. Specific indexes to use for the other axis instead of performing inner outer set logic. Okay? Set logic means that is set theory. If you remember in your grade 8 mathematics, set theory. Empty set, A, B, one set, B, C. What is the common thing? Intersection, union. You remember set theory? Intersection, union. Have you read? Have you studied? Grade 8. Just if you go through the ABCD of the set theory, you will understand. For example, A, B. 2 sets are there. If you unite, union means A, B. A, B, C, A, B. What is the common thing? Intersection will be A, B. C will not come. That is the set theory logic. Most of the time, Boolean algebra is if you analyze Boolean algebra, it is whole stuff is set theory as well. Boolean algebra is also set theory. You can translate the whole Boolean algebra, understanding of the true and false value mathematics. That is the mathematical branch Boolean algebra, using only two values. If you apply to set theory, it is perfectly working, holds good. Okay. Concat performs concatenation operations along an axis. For a given axis, the operation is performed. Because we are dealing with data axis having more than one dimension, you have to specify axis. Series means we don't need to worry about that. Combine means this one combined, job done. But here what is that? Data frame. It is having rows and columns. Even for 3 dimension we cannot say that rows and columns also. Axis 0, axis 1 and axis 2, etc. etc. Now take the example. Say for example, dict ID values. ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know ID means it is going to be column heading. Values is going to be column heading. Values 2 is going to also be column heading. ID is going to be in the dict 2 also, ID is going to be column heading. Value 1 and value 2 is going to be column headings. All the values are going to be row values. Now if you say PD data frame dict 1, df1, df2 2 is created based on two dictionaries. Now it is having some rows and a column identification. Because you didn't specify any row identification, it will be automatically 0, 1, 2, 3. You know what is the mechanism to create that row ID also. In TCS, Wipro, L&T, we have shown the example. Now, what I am saying, concat df1, df2. It should be in a list data structure. If you recall the structure, objects should be only one argument. Object should be only one argument. Object 1, object 2, no. It should be only one argument. It means that you have to supply it in a single list. df1, df2 within square bracket refers to a single data structure. It refers to a single data structure. Now what will happen? I didn't give any other value. What is the axis? This one, that one, nothing has happened. But default some values are applied. Now what is the result? From the first dictionary 1 to 5 is taken. 1 to 5 is taken. A, C, E, G, I is available. In value 2, B, D, F, H, J is available. In the axis, in the ID dict 2, what is available? K, L. Where is it coming? See the index number 0 again, it is repeating. 2, KL, 3, MN, 6, 0, OP, 7, QR, 8, ST. This is without giving anything, without control anything, to a list of structure has been combined, concatenated. Concatenation has happened. Take the example 2. Now, what we are doing is ignore index. Ignore index means the original index is not taken from the dict 1 and dict 2. It means df1 and df2. Altogether it is ignored. The new dictionary has been created for df3. df3 refers to a third data frame. df3 is an object that refers to a third object. Now df1, df2 is fine. We know what is the result. Combining. Is it 2 is repeating again, id 2? Yes, it is repeating. But you see, if you want the row labels to adjust automatically according to the join, you will have to set the argument ignore index as true while calling the concat function. If you remember in our previous result, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3 has repeated. But here it is not repeating. Why? Altogether it has been created as a single data frame with a common index number. How can you achieve that one? Merely setting the ignore index equal to true. which index you are asking to ignore? The resulting index. Usually in the data frame 1 one index is there, data frame 2 some index is there, that original index will be combined here also. I don't need that one. Data I need, it should not be untouched, it should be untouched, but index should be modified, so I am adjusting. Okay, now take the third example. Here data 1 equal to df1, data 2 equal to df2. How we have given? What is this? Data 1 merge is what? No, merge equal to what type of data structure is it? You have created a dictionary. Data 1 is the key, df1 is the data value, data 2 is the key, df2 is a value. Now you are saying that concat merge. Now you supplied a dictionary. You supplied a dictionary. What will happen? It will happen like this. Additional data 1, data 2 label is available for you in rows. Pandas also provides you with an option to label the data frames after the concatenation with a key so that you may know which data comes from which data frame. If you want to know that in detail, you should know data 1, data 2, something you have to mention that. How can you achieve? Simply whatever the data frame you want to combine, you want to concatenate, create a dictionary based on that. Create a dictionary based on that value. Okay, this is third example. Got it now? There is nothing changed, merely that the PD concat function is little bit we are modifying and seeing the result how it will happen. Okay, now when I go to example number 4, here what I am giving, axis equal to 1. Axis equal to 1. Axis 1 means to concatenate a data frame along column, because this is 2-dimensional. I can call it as row and row column. It is not harmful. You can specify the axis parameter as 1. Because I specified axis parameter as 1, now what happened? Combination is not below, combination is in the adjacent side. Now what happened? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the rows, but ID is a column, it is repeated in 2 times. ID has been repeated. But this combination is not that much meaningful, we know. This is not meaningful. For this data structure, this is not meaningful. ID has to be combined with ID, value 1, value 2 should be combined with the value, but it is possible like this. Axis 1 means the result will be like this. But when we have a meaningful data where one data frame will be available, we want to extend the columns of that first data frame. If you recall previously, we have done that. You can extend the column only from the second data frame. You can go with axis 1. You can go with axis 1. Okay. Now, merge operation in data frame. Merge operation in data frame. Now, that is the basic thing most of the time. Either you will specify the frequently you are using concat, either using axis 0 or axis 1. Frequently you are. Ignore index or not to ignore index. Ignore index equal to true means ignoring the index. Ignore index false means keep the index as it is. That frequently we are using. Okay. 2 data frames might hold different kinds of information about the same entity and linked by some common features column. To join this data frame, Pandas provides multiple functions like merge, join, etc. If you take English dictionary, merge, join, concatenation is not synonymous words. They are synonymous. Now, if they are calling it as merge, if they are calling it as concat means we understood what is the operation in Pandas. Yeah. Joining means what is that? Merge means what is that? We have to understand that. Now, if you take the example 1, the same example, dict 1, dict 2, and additionally we have given one dict 3 is available. Now, df1 is based on dict 1, df2 is based on dict 2, df3 is based on df1 and df3, df4 is based on dict3, df5 is based on merge function is available now. It is not the merge. Here don't confuse, this is merely a variable. Here data 1 it is merge equal to means it is merely a variable. It's not a function. But here we are using a serious function. Now df3 refers to df1 and df2. df3 actually referring to df1 and the source data is available in df1, df2 and df4. Now df3 refers to what? Refers to two data frames, the original data frames. df4 refers to dict3 on id. Now you have to understand, it is somewhat, if you know that relational database management system, there is a technique in database handling. That technique is somewhat, because it is also data handling. Pandas is also what it is doing? Data handling. So it is adopting some of the techniques which is widely available in database technologies. In database, if you go to Oracle, MySQL or MS Access, whatever the techniques available there, they are adopting in Pandas. It is so interesting to observe that. Now what are you saying is, merge df3 and df4 based on what key, what column? Based on id column. Now print df5. This will give the common rows between the two data frames for the corresponding column values id. Now you see id 1, id 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Now value 1, value 2, value 3. Value 1 is value, actually the dict1 is a typographical error, it is value 1, right? Next dict is value 2, dict3 is value 3. Now a, b, c, value 1 is value is available, value 1, value 2 is available, value 1, value 2 is available, value 3 is available in dict3, only value 3 is available in dict3. There is no another column. But in case of dict1, how many columns are there? Value 1, value 2, 2 columns, 3 columns. Dict2 is also going to create a data frame, 3 columns. But dict3 is going to create how many columns? 2 columns. Now what you are saying, when you combine using concat function, you know what is the result. Because you didn't give any ignore index and all, axis, etc. If you don't give axis, it is by default axis equal to what? 0. Now what could have happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, C, E, G, I, B, D, F, I, F, H, J column values. Below that one, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, again K, M, O, Q, S, L, M, P, Q, P, R, T, something value will be available. This is the result. It is available in which dictionary? Data frame. df3 it is holding. df3 it is holding. Now df4 you are merging with df3. You are merging with df3. Now value 1 column is there, value 2 column is there, but value 3 column will be merged. You understood? Now you see, what is the ID number? 1. ID number 1. 1 is 12 available. 13, 13. 2 times it is coming. Because 2 is available 2 times. Dict1 is 2 1 time. Dict2 is 1 time. So you mentioned in the merge function that the merge operation should be based on ID value. Based on ID value. So it is merging the value 3 column with value 1, value 2 column. So 2 is repeated 2 times. So 2 is inserted, 13 is inserted 2 times. Are you able to observe? What is the dict3 2 corresponding value? Dict3 key ID is 2. Value is what? 13. So now based on ID, when you are merging, 2 is coming how many times? Based on dict1 one time, based on dict2 one time, it is coming 2 times. Yes or no? Now what will happen? 2 will be a ID where value 3 will be added 2 times. 13 is inserted how many times? 2 times. Okay. Now take 3. 3 how many times are coming? In dict 1 time, in dict 2 is 1 time. So it is coming 2 times. 14, 14, 2 times it is repeated. Okay. Now 4 how many times? Only 1 time. 5 only 1 time. 7 1 time. 8 1 time. Now all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, all the values are available? Available or not? This is the way it will merge based on a given column name. Based on a given column name. It is somewhat the idea is coming from database. This type of merging operation is coming from database. But you don't need to worry about database. It is easy for me to understand because I know also database. But for you have to practice. What you can do, instead of printing directly, print df5 directly. First print the df3 result. What happened to df3? Easily you can understand. After that you are seeing the df5 output. You can compare and contrast, and you can make sense of that. Got it now? Vinay, this requires Pandas requires little bit more practices. You have to tweak, you have to change, you have to do some printing. If you are not confused, if you are not able to imagine, insert print statements then and there. What is in this stage? What is the value? After doing this operation, what is the output? So what has happened inside the memory? It will be in front of your screen. So it is a matter of inserting print statements to understand how it works. After each operation also you can use the print statement. See, for example, df1 is created, print df1. df2 created, print df2. How it looks like. Print df3 created, print df3. You can insert the print statement. That is called as learning approach. Okay. Using the same merge operation, df3, df2, left on id, right on id. What is happening now? df3, is there any changes other than the merge statement? Everything is same. Everything is same. Only merge statement is different. One additional argument is supported by merge, left on, right on. Left on, right on. If you say commonly on, or otherwise left on, right on, 2 arguments. How it is disturbing, you see the screen? It might happen that the column on which you want to merge the data frames have different names. Unlike in this case, for search merges, you will have to specify the argument left on as left, the left data frame name, and right on as the right data frame name. Now, you know that you want to merge two data frames based on some column. df3 is the left data frame in this merge. df4 is the right data frame. Now, there is no common column name is available. There is no common column name is available. In that scenario, you can say that instead of saying on id, because we know both frames are having id, there is no common id column. What can we do? Cannot be combined. We have to adopt this one. From the left data frame, take this column, some ABCD column. From the right data frame, XYZ column you have to take and make it merge. Means the same result will happen. Now, this will not give you any difference. Output is same. Output is same. Why? Because both columns are having ID. Both columns are having ID. If you want to change that one, change the dictionary. If you want to really work with this example program, change, say for example, dict3, don't give ID as the column name. Give something else. And tell that dict3 is D4. Dict3 is D4. So, right on equal to whatever you change it, that one you specify. Got it now? Now, it will perfectly merge. So, whatever the data we want to process, we cannot expect the data should be according to my Python facility. No, it's not possible. These are all the facilities available. Prepare the data accordingly. Whatever the data as it is you take, use the facilities. Use the facilities. You cannot mold and expect the data to be Python compatible. It may be incompatible to our functions, right? Now, join operation. Now you understood what it is called as merge operation. Concatenation means either column side it can be merged, concatenated, or row side it can be concatenated. Merge means based on a common column between two frames, we are merging. When we are merging, same concatenation operation is happening. The ID column will not be repeated, a new column will be inserted. Now, what happens to join operation? This join operation concept is also coming from database. Left join, right join, inner join, outer join, all the join operation concept is coming from database technologies. It is used to merge data frames based on some common key, column name, common column, same thing. There is no difference between join and merge, it seems. As of now, when we read the sentence, it seems that join and merge is having no difference. Why? Join, it is used to merge data frames based on some common column. That is what we did in merge also. But here, full outer join. The full outer join combines the results of both the left and right outer joins. The joined data frame will contain all records from both the data frames and fill the nans for missing matches on either side. You can perform a full outer join by specifying how arguments as outer join in merge function. Join operation is achieved by means of the different parameters using merge. The parameter is called as how. If you want to perform a join operation, you are doing like this. The resulting data frame had all the entries from both the tables with nan values for missing matches on either side. However, one more thing to notice is the suffix which got appended to the column names to show which column come from which data frame. Got it now? Data frame. The default suffixes are x, y. However, you can modify them by specifying the suffixes argument in the merge function. If you go to the manual pages of merge function, lot of arguments are supported by merge function. But to start with, you should be in the essential features you have to first understand. Before exploring A to Z about merge function can do a lot of things to solve our problem. Merge function can do a lot of things for us to solve our problems. One thing what we have to understand is, using the merge function, first understand the essentials by going through the slides and PDF. After that, you have to go to jump and start understanding all the arguments if you are interested about merge operation. Pandas manual pages in internet. Now what you are observing, value x, value x, value y. You can change the name. Now you see, there is a ID called as 678 available. Where is it available? In dict2 available. The same ID is not available, 678 is not available in dict1. This is not the same data values, by the way. Comparing with the previous example, this is not the same source. This is different. When you see some values of the ID column is missing, in that scenario, the corresponding columns of the value 1, value 2 of the first dictionary will be filled with nan values. Happily it will accept it is nothing but missing values. It is called as missing values. Now you take 4 and 5 column. 4 and 5 is a column available in dict1, but it is missing in dict2. So in that scenario, what will happen? 4 and 5 column is not available in dict2. In the resulting data frame, the corresponding values will be filled with nan. Similarly, there is a 1 ID column available in dict1, but 1 is not available in dict2. So the corresponding value you can find it as non-values, not a number, not a number. That not a number can be handled in varieties of ways. You can, I told you some methods how you can fill the values with zeros. Something can replace the values. This is the way we are merging. This is the way we are merging. How argument. This is outer. This is outer. Now merge outer suffixes left right. You can give this parameter. You can give this parameter. You can give the suffixes parameter. The parameter requires only one value, that should be a tuple. Are you able to observe? Left on you know, right on you know. How argument you know. But suffixes is instead of xy, because it is using the same graph word, x-axis, y-axis, something like that it is saying. But we can go with the descriptive. For example, in this example, left, right we have given. That is also not meaningful. For example, underscore staff, underscore student. For example, this data is coming from the student data frame. This is coming from staff data frame. You can give specific name in our real life. Now result will become like this. Same result, only thing is what we have experimented is suffixes we have added, left on, right on we have added, because here both dicts are containing the ID column. That left on, right on is also not required for us. On is sufficient for us. But in case if it is mismatching names are there, in that scenario we will be using left on, right on. Okay. Now the interesting thing you have to observe is inner join. Inner join means this is also database concept. Inner join produces only those records that match in both the data frame. This is the most frequently we are using. Always we don't need NaN values. Always we don't need NaN values. Inner join is frequently used join. You have to pass inner in how argument inside merge function. Only difference you see in the downside, how is inner. In previous example, how is outer. How to join, that is the meaning. How is the name of the argument. They are given meaningfully so that we have to understand how to join, inner join. How to join, outer join. That is the meaning. Now, inner join means what is the meaning? What is the common element that will be combined? Now you see the result. ID 2, 3. That is the only two common thing. All are uncommon. All will be ignored. What are the two common things available? 2, 3 available. Value x, value y, that you can suffixes you can modify. Right or wrong? Now you may ask me one simple example. What is the real life usage of this type of inner join and outer join? Practical usage. See my friends, take any company, there will be different departments. There will be some finance department, HR department, accounts department, development department, R&D department. Multiple departments are there. Employees are there. There is a separate data frame. Employee ID, employee, etc. One data frame. Usually the data will be in a file or in a database. That you will load into data frame and you will process. That is, the source will be not dictionary always. It will be a database. It will be a database. Huge data can be stored and handled efficiently by means of storing the data in a database. Millions of records, billions of records. Now the question is, I want to combine the department data frame and employees data frame. The result will, what will happen? Some data frame will contain department name where the employees detail will be NaN value. Why? Because that department may be created, now no employees are there. That is one case will happen. To avoid that one, you should not go for outer join, you have to go for which one? Inner join. If there is no employee available for a particular department, that department will be ignored. It will not be listed. It will not be listed. Wherever some employees are available for a particular department, that department and its corresponding employees list will come out. Got it now? Yeah. Now, inner join is very interesting, and right join, left join is also available. How right join? Now only this, or take all the values from the right one, take all the values from right one, but left one has to be merged when there is a matching in right. See, right join produces a complete set of records from the data frame B, right side data frame. Right side data frame with the matching records were available in data frame A, that is left side data frame. Right merge, right join means what is the meaning? Take everything from right side, but left side everything should not be taken. If there is any matching available in the right, take that one, otherwise ignore the left, ignore the row in the left. Now you see a result has been like this. Here also NaN value available. Everything is taken from which one? Right means which one? No. Here right left refers to the data frame. Not it doesn't refers to a particular column of a particular data frame. The whole data frame it refers to. It refers to the whole data frame. Now DF2 is containing what? One DF2 is based on, where is DF2? Yeah, dig to 2. Dig to 2. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Right? Everything is available in ID column. 2, 3, 7, 6, 7, 8 available. 6, 7, 8 is also available, no? By ID.
Left side.
No, join is right. How is right? So DF2 is right. DF2 is based on dig to 2. Dig to 2 is having ID column 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. So everything is taken. It is available. But 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 column, everything will not be taken from the dig to 1. 2, 3, 4, 5 available, but 2 is available, 3 is available, 4 not available, so it is ignored. 5 available, no available, ignored. So what actually taken? 2, 3 is taken. 1 is also not available. So what is taken from the left side? 2, 3 is taken. Why only 2, 3 is taken? Because corresponding ID available in the right side. 4, 5, 1 available in the right side. DF2 is available in DF2. If it is confusing, you print and you compare. See, the same program you type DF1, print DF1, print DF2. After that, print DF3. Then you will understand. What is right inner join? Sorry, what is right join? Even right outer join, right inner join, lot of joins are there. First you understood join. What is common? Outer join. After that you understood inner join. After that you understood right join. Now if I say left join, what is the meaning? Everything take from the left, but don't take everything from the right. Wherever there is a match from the left available in the right, take from the right. That is the meaning. Got it now? Very clear now the concept? Yeah. Now, why the 6, 7, 8 column value 1, value 2 is NaN values? Why it is missing values? 6, 7, 8 is having missing values. Why it is? Left side it is not having the values. Right? Yes. You got it, the idea, na? Yeah. Now left join. Take everything from left. Which is left? DF1 is left. See, DF1, DF2. Left side is which one? DF1. DF2 is right side. In our right hand side. Just imagination, immediately we can interpret. Now, everything from DF1 will be taken means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be available. That is obvious. But 2 from second will be taken, 3 will be taken, 6, 7, 8. Only 2, 3 will be taken. Only common thing is what is available? 2, 3. Before we combine, we know that 2, 3 is the common one. Now, everything taken from the first dictionary, but column number 2, row number 2 and 3 will be taken from dictionary 2. Now you see, 2, 3 is taken. 2, 3 is taken. Now, 1 is available, NaN values. Right side is NaN value. 4, 5 is available? Not available. So right side is NaN values. Got it now? Which one will not generate NaN values? Which join will not generate NaN values? Which join will not generate NaN values in the output? Inner will not join. All the output will produce NaN values. Because somewhere it will be missing. Somewhere it will be missing. If you understand this concept, if tomorrow if you want to study database technology, the same join operations are there. Select command is there. Yeah. Joining on based on index, not based on some column name. Sometimes you may want to perform the join on indexes or the row labels. Index value is nothing but row labels. For that you have to specify right index for the index of the right data frame, left index for the indexes of left data frame as true. Now you see the example, same dictionary 1, dictionary 2 is available. df1, df2, right index true, left index true. What it means? Both indexes are true. So what will happen the result? What will happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Tell me. Right index true, left index true. Which one is available? All. Which index is available? Everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is available. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 is also available. Column number 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth column. Available? What has happened? Merely it is combining like concatenation operation of axis 1. What is the result? Axis 1. That's why I told you operation may repeat. If you tweak little bit, if you change the parameters, results will repeat in the same function. Same operation will be repeated with different functions. Okay. Now CSV file. If you create any file in a this is a CSV file we are studying because it is called as comma separated version or comma separated values. CSV means comma separated values. What is this comma separated values? If you enter any data in Excel spreadsheet, maybe if you are using Apple computer, you can go with number. If you are using Microsoft Office, you can go with Excel. If you are going with the Open Office org, you can go with Calc. Different apps are there. But common name is spreadsheet. Common name is spreadsheet. In spreadsheet, things are in rows and columns. Instead of storing the data as a Excel sheet or a Open Office or number format, you can ask the Excel itself to store it as CSV file. It will be a pure text file. All the values will be comma separated by comma. Each row will be a one row in the text file. You can open it in a notepad. You don't need Excel. Save it as a save as CSV file. Instead of going with the save default Excel. XLSS is the default extension of the file. We don't need that. You have to select which one? CSV file. If you select CSV file, data will be saved as a CSV file. First, you understood now what is CSV file? It is Excel, where we can enter we can enter the data in the tabular form in Excel, but we can convert the data into CSV file. And comma separated file, can you load again into Excel? Yes, it is possible. Excel can understand. CSV file can be understood by Excel software. CSV file allows data to be saved in a tabular format. CSV is a simple file such as a spreadsheet or database. Spreadsheet can be or database. The most simplest database we can call CSV files. If you have 1000, 10,000 records, we can maintain it in Excel itself. More than that one, there is no rows in Excel. More than that one, there is no rows. There is a limitation for the number of rows, but there is no such limitation for a data frame. Maximum number of rows, if you try writing, there is some what it is called as package available, library package called as how to manipulate the Excel files using Python. You know, automation. There is a separate topic available, automation. How automated office work can be automated using Python. Excel files can be modified using Python program and all. Some libraries are available. Using that library, if you keep on adding number of rows, there is a loss row available for Excel. I don't remember, 65,000 something available it is. Limitation available. But there is no such limitation for CSV file. There is no such limitation for a database file. Files in the CSV format can be imported and exported from programs that store data in tables such as Microsoft Excel or OpenOffice. CSV files data fields are most often separated delimited by or a delimiter by a comma. Mostly we will be separating one data item from another data item by comma. If you have the next row, you will go to the next line. One line will refers to one row. One comma refers to the value of one column is over. 1 comma Vinay comma 5,000. 2 comma Somasekhar comma 10,000. 3 comma Narsima comma 15,000. Something if I say all 1 to 3 is one column. Names are another column. That's 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Some numbers are another column. That is called a CSV file. Now coming to the point. To create a CSV file, first choose your favorite text editor, Notepad. I don't recommend you to use the Notepad. Every computer is having Excel. Just type in the box. When you save as CSV file. Save as CSV file. After saving that file in your document, double click and open in Notepad, not in Excel. Right clicking and opening in Notepad. Notepad is a text editor. If you open that CSV file, you can see like this. You can search in Bhadwaj, data, like this you can enter. After that, if you go to text editor, you can make import Pandas as PD. PD read CSV wherever it is available. Directly the file you can read and load it into a frame. See, you have an Excel sheet. You want to process the data in Python. How can you do that? Simply save it as CSV. If you want advanced method, I am telling you, you can study the package itself is available, how to process the spreadsheet packages. Spreadsheet is divided into sheets. Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. You want to add the sheet, you want to delete the sheets, insert the data, whatever you want to do. A to Z you can do, you can control with the Python. Such type of automation packages, free libraries are available, you can use. But it requires you to learn. Now using Pandas, how can you do that? Because data analytical tool is very powerful to this Pandas. That package that I am talking about is only it is dealing with Excel, how to process that Excel files. It is not dealing with data analysis. It is not talking about data science. Now, this is the function. What is the function? The read CSV. Read underscore. It is not hyphen. It is underscore. It is not minus symbol. Minus symbol in the keyboard is different from underscore. You recognize now? Now you will get like this output. In the Excel sheet, whatever you give the first column, first row, it will become column heading. And whatever the data you entered, it will become rows. Apart from that, data frame will create the index number for rows. Index number for rows, it will be printed. Got it? What we are talking about? What is this hyphen backslash? Drive name. What I am saying, don't do this one. Simply you put double quote, file name. How can you achieve? Where you save your Python file, in the same folder you save the file, CSV file also. Directly you can access. You don't need to specify any drive. Where is the program file? There should be the CSV file. If both are in the same folder, easily you can access without specifying any drive details. Got it now? Now, exporting data frame to CSV file. What you did is importing from CSV file to data frame. Now some data has been processed and it is available. You merged, you modified something, you processed using the Python facility, and you created a new data frame. That one you want to happily import as a Excel sheet, so that you can give as a output, because everyone will not understand what is the output of the data frame. If you are giving in the form of Excel or database, outsiders will easily recognize that. How can you do that? It is very simple. Data frame df2 to CSV. Now this method is read CSV method is supported by whom? PD. It is not data frame object. Pandas is supporting read CSV, but to CSV method is supported by the data frame object. To CSV method is supported by data frame object. Now what is the data frame 1.csv? A file will be created in the name of data frame 1 and the data will be written. That CSV file you can double click and open in Excel sheet, whatever may be. This is one demo program. This is toy program. You have to understand that you have processed a data frame, you have done so many calculations, everything is done with the help of Python. Now a big data frame has been available in the memory. That one you want to dump into a Excel sheet. How can you achieve that one? Merely 2-line program. Merely 2-line program, you can do that. Now, if you open, the output will be like this in Excel. The output will be like this in Excel. That's all, my friends, for regarding the Pandas part 1. Now what I expect is tomorrow we have classes. We will start Pandas 2, the next chapter, some advanced concepts about Pandas. And Pandas is a very powerful library. Again, I am repeating, because if you want to analyze it data, you want to do business calculations and all, in your office you want to do that, you don't need to be a software developer, because Python don't need you to be a software developer to data process. Simple like this you can do that. Advanced thing we will understand later. Now what I expect you is, please go through the chapter and complete all the exercises of the PDF, whatever available as a PDF 1 chapter is talking about. Thanks for joining.